Your garden survived winter. Barely. The beds look empty, the pots look sad, and the only thing growing right now is your frustration. But here is the thing most gardeners do not realize. Spring planting does not have to mean waiting months to see results. Some flowers go from soil to full bloom in under 60 days. A few of them start putting on a show even faster than that. William Scott here. Welcome back to Golden Age Gardening, the channel where we grow smarter, not harder. In this video, we are covering 12 of the fastest growing flowers you can plant this spring. And some of these picks are going to completely change the way you think about filling your garden. Stick around because a few of the flowers near the end of this list are seriously underrated. And before we get into it, if you find this kind of practical garden knowledge useful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Ring the notification bell so you never miss a new upload from Golden Age Gardening. Drop a comment below telling us which flower you are most excited to plant this season. Now, let's get into it. Why fast-growing flowers matter more than most people think. A lot of gardeners spend money on slow-developing plants and then wonder why their yard looks thin all summer. Fast-growing flowers solve that problem completely. They fill gaps between slower perennials, they attract pollinators early in the season, and they give you that lush, full garden look within weeks rather than months. Whether you're working with raised beds, hanging baskets, container gardens, or traditional borders, these 12 flowers deliver results fast. Each one was chosen for its speed, ease of care, and the visual payoff it brings to any outdoor space. Flower number 1. Shasta Daisy. The Shasta daisy is one of those perennials that earns its spot in the garden every single year without you having to do much at all. It spreads quickly, pushing up sturdy stems that reach 2 to 3 feet tall and crown themselves with those iconic white blooms by late spring. The flowering window stretches for months, especially when you keep up with deadheading, removing the spent blooms so the plant redirects energy into producing new flowers. Shasta daisies thrive in full sun, but also handle partial shade reasonably well. They prefer moist, well-drained soil with a slightly acidic to neutral pH between 6.0 and 7.0. One lesser-known fact about this plant is that it was developed in the early 1900s through careful crossbreeding by horticulturist Luther Burbank, who wanted a larger, brighter version of the common field daisy. The result is a tough, vigorous plant that comes back stronger every year. Plant Shasta daisies along borders or in large containers for dramatic effect. Flower number 2. Nasturtium. Nasturtium deserves to be higher on most gardeners' lists, and it is sitting at number 2 on ours for good reason. This fast-growing annual flowers in just 60 days from seed, and that is planting directly outdoors, no indoor starting required. Sow the seeds right around your last frost date in spring, and you will have vibrant blooms by early summer. What makes nasturtium even more interesting is that the entire plant is edible. The flowers, leaves, and seeds all have a peppery, slightly tangy flavor. They are used in salads, as garnishes, and even to make a caper substitute with the seeds. From a gardening standpoint, they are equally valuable because they act as trap crops, drawing aphids away from vegetables, which makes them a smart companion plant in any edible garden. Nasturtiums prefer lean, sandy, well-drained soil. Rich, fertilized soil actually causes them to produce more leaves and fewer flowers, so resist the urge to pamper them. A pH between 6.1 and 7.8 keeps them happy. They love full sun and virtually no fuss. Flower number 3. Zinnias. Zinnia elegans is one of the most rewarding flowers you can grow from seed. Given 2 to 3 months from seed sowing, these plants go from nothing to a full explosion of color. Buy nursery transplants and you can shorten that timeline significantly, with blooms arriving in just a few weeks after planting. Zinnias thrive in full sun and warm soil, so they are a natural fit for spring planting in most regions. They come in an extraordinary range of colors: red, orange, pink, yellow, coral, white, and bicolored varieties. Beyond their looks, zinnias are one of the best flowers for attracting monarch butterflies and other pollinators. Research from garden universities has shown that zinnias rank among the top 5 flowers for beneficial insect attraction in a mixed border setting. Keep soil well drained and slightly acidic to neutral, between 5.5 and 7.5 pH. Deadhead regularly to keep the plant producing new blooms well into fall. If you are enjoying this list so far, share this video with a friend who is starting their spring garden. It really helps Golden Age gardening grow and reach more gardeners like you.
Flower number 4, Sweet Alyssum. Sweet Alyssum is a low-growing, spreading annual that produces masses of tiny, honey-scented flowers in white, pink, or purple. It blooms quickly, within 2 months from seed, and you can plant it in early spring for near-immediate flowers in cooler climates. The plants spread wide and softly, making them perfect along the edges of containers, between stepping stones, or tumbling over low garden walls. One underappreciated quality of Sweet Alyssum is how powerfully it attracts hoverflies, which are natural predators of aphids. Many organic gardeners intentionally plant Sweet Alyssum throughout their vegetable gardens as a biological pest control strategy. The flowers also reseed themselves freely, meaning you will often get volunteer plants in the same spots year after year without replanting. It handles both full sun and partial shade well, prefers moist but well-drained soil, and works at a pH between 6.0 and 7.0. Flower number 5, Marigolds. Marigolds are a spring garden classic for good reason. Plant them from transplants after the last frost and you will see blooms within weeks. Grow them from seed indoors and they take about 2 months before flowering begins. Either way, they are one of the most reliable fast bloomers available. What most casual gardeners do not know is that marigolds contain pyrethrum compounds in their roots, which are toxic to nematodes, microscopic soil pests that destroy vegetable roots. Planting marigolds alongside tomatoes, peppers, and other vegetables gives the soil natural protection. French marigolds, specifically Tagetes patula, are the most effective variety for this purpose and have been studied extensively in integrated pest management programs. Marigolds bloom continuously from planting until the first hard frost, especially with regular deadheading. They love full sun, well-drained soil, and a pH between 6.0 and 7.0. Easy to grow, endlessly useful, and beautiful, marigolds earn their place in any spring garden.
Flower number 6, Calibrachoa. Calibrachoa, often called million bells, is one of the top container flowers available today. This trailing annual spreads up to 2 feet wide and blooms non-stop from late spring all the way through fall without deadheading. The flowers look like miniature petunias and come in dozens of colors and bicolor combinations. It was only introduced to commercial horticulture in the early 1990s, originally from South America, but it has become a global bestseller in hanging basket production. One interesting characteristic is that Calibrachoa is self-cleaning. Old flowers simply fall off on their own, keeping the plant looking tidy without any effort. Plant in full sun with loamy, organically rich, well-drained soil. Maintain slightly acidic conditions between pH 5.0 and 6.5. Feed regularly with a liquid fertilizer formulated for blooming plants, as Calibrachoa is a heavy feeder and will slow its bloom production if nutrients run low. Give this video a like if you are building your spring planting list. It lets William and the team at Golden Age Gardening know what content is actually helping you. Flower number 7, Cosmos. Cosmos bipinnatus is a tall, feathery annual that self-seeds generously and grows with almost no effort. From seed, flowering occurs within 3 months. From nursery transplants, you can expect blooms by June without much fuss at all. The flowers are large, daisy-like, and come in shades of pink, white, magenta, and bicolor combinations. One of the most important things to understand about Cosmos is that they actually perform better in poor soil. Rich, well-fertilized ground causes them to produce lush foliage but very few flowers. Sandy, low-nutrient soil with good drainage and a neutral pH around 7.0 to 7.5 gives the best flowering results. They are a perfect choice for difficult areas of the garden where other plants struggle. Cosmos also makes outstanding cut flowers and will keep blooming until frost if you harvest regularly. The plants grow anywhere from 2 to 4 feet tall, making them excellent backdrops in mixed borders. Flower number 8, Bee Balm. Bee balm is a fast-spreading native perennial that belongs in every pollinator-friendly garden. Depending on the variety, flowering begins between May and midsummer. Some species grow up to 4 feet tall, while modern hybrid varieties stay more compact, a better fit for smaller garden spaces. Despite its name, bee balm is most aggressively visited by hummingbirds and butterflies rather than bees. The tubular flower structure is actually perfectly shaped for hummingbird feeding. The plant belongs to the mint family and carries a strong herbal fragrance that many find pleasant but deer tend to avoid, making it a smart choice in areas with heavy deer pressure. Bee balm spreads energetically through underground rhizomes. In a few years, one plant becomes a generous clump that you can divide and share. Grow in full sun with moist, well-drained soil and a slightly acidic pH between 6.0 and 6.7.
Flower number 9, Threadleaf Coropsis. Threadleaf Coropsis is a native perennial with feathery, delicate foliage and bright yellow or soft pink daisy-like flowers that appear from late spring through summer. The most widely recognized variety is Moonbeam, which produces soft butter yellow blooms that pair beautifully with almost any other garden color. What sets Threadleaf Coropsis apart from other fast-spreading perennials is its extraordinary drought tolerance once established. It thrives in average to poor soil and handles periods of heat and dryness without complaint, a significant advantage in summer gardens. It spreads steadily by forming expanding clumps, which you can divide every 3 years or so to fill more garden space without buying new plants. Plant in full sun, in sandy or average well-drained soil, at a pH between 5.5 and 7.5. This is one of the best low-maintenance, high-impact perennials available for spring planting. Subscribe to Golden Age Gardening right now if you want more plant guides, garden tips, and growing advice delivered straight to your feed every week. Flower number 10, Blue Catmint. Blue catmint is a drought-tolerant, fast-spreading perennial that has been gaining serious momentum in landscape design over the past decade. Its soft lavender-blue flowers and silvery-green foliage create a hazy cottage garden effect that works beautifully along walkways, borders, and the front edges of mixed beds. The leaves release a pleasant herbal scent, similar to oregano when brushed or crushed. This aromatic quality is what makes deer and rabbits largely avoid the plant. Beyond that, blue catmint is exceptional for bees, particularly bumblebees, which are drawn to it in large numbers when it is in full bloom. It blooms in late spring and early summer, and if you cut it back by about 1/3 after the first flowering flush, it will often rebloom in late summer. Grow in full sun with well-drained soil. One of its biggest advantages is its tolerance for a wide pH range, anywhere from 6.0 to 8.0, which means it performs in soils where more demanding plants would struggle. Flower number 11, Blackeyed Susanvine. The Blackeyed Susanvine is a climbing tender perennial, usually treated as an annual in most of the United States. Once temperatures consistently stay above 50 degrees at night, plant it in spring and watch it take off. Within a single season, it can reach 8 feet in length, covering trellises, fences, mailboxes, and pergola posts with cheerful orange, yellow, and white blooms featuring dark chocolate centers. This vine originates from tropical East Africa and was introduced to European and American horticulture through colonial-era plant collection. It grows rapidly and blooms all summer long with very little intervention. Unlike many flowering vines, it is well behaved in most climates and rarely becomes invasive except in frost-free zones where it can overwinter and spread aggressively. Plant in full sun with moist, well-drained soil and a near-neutral pH between 6.6 and 7.7. This is one of the most visually dramatic fast-growing choices on this entire list.
Flower number 12, cannas. Closing this list with one of the most spectacular fast-growing plants available for spring gardens, cannas. Unlike most bulbs and rhizomes that sit dormant for months before doing anything noticeable, cannas wake up fast. Once you plant the rhizomes in warm, sunny ground after the last frost, they grow aggressively and produce towering foliage and bold tropical blooms that last all summer and into fall. Canna leaves alone are striking. They come in green, bronze, burgundy, and variegated patterns. The flowers rise above the foliage in shades of red, orange, yellow, and coral. The plants can spread vigorously, so give them plenty of space in the garden. They are winter hardy in USDA zones 8 through 10, but gardeners in colder zones can dig up the rhizomes in fall and store them indoors until spring. Plant in moist, rich soil with full to partial sun and a pH between 6.0 and 7.0. Few plants deliver the kind of bold, tropical impact cannas do, with so little patience required. Bonus tips before you start planting. A few things worth knowing before you go out and start filling your garden. First, soil preparation makes a bigger difference than almost any other factor. Loose, well-draining soil with the right pH for each plant gives fast-growing flowers the foundation they need to establish quickly. Second, watering consistency in the first 2 to 3 weeks after planting is critical. This is when root systems are establishing, and stress during this window slows growth significantly. Third, grouping plants with similar sun and water requirements together reduces maintenance and keeps plants healthier across the season. Many of the flowers on this list also work as companion plants. Nasturtiums, marigolds, and sweet alyssum all provide measurable balefents to nearby vegetables and other plants. If you are running a kitchen garden alongside your flower beds, mixing these in is one of the simplest ways to add both beauty and function to the same space. That wraps up the full list of 12 fast-growing flowers for spring from Golden Age Gardening. Whether you are planting one of these or all 12, your garden is going to look completely transformed in a matter of weeks. These plants prove that you do not need to wait for summer to have a full, lush, blooming yard. Drop a comment below and let William and the team know which flower from this list you are planting first this spring. Share this video with a fellow gardener who needs some inspiration for their beds and borders this season. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Golden Age Gardening uploads new content regularly to help you get the most out of every season in the garden. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and enjoy every moment in the garden.